What's going on, everybody? This is Jabril Muhammad, founder of Accountabul. We got some great news for everybody today. This is like my third time doing the intro, so I don't really want to do an intro no more. I want to get straight into this video. We're going to be talking about a couple of different things, some great news that happened with our company Accountabul. First, we're going to be sponsoring a nice event in St. Louis. It's called the Harvest Festival. What the Harvest Festival consists of is a lineup of about 25 to 30 different music artists locally, and they're going to be performing at an event space, event venue, indoor, outdoor thing, and for connecting the culture to the tech space, which is a huge gap. I've been able to be the connector. And man, it has been quite the journey over the last month. I've been working with this company for about 1 month. We took on a project which was more than just web development, it was business development. And that's what I specialize in. How can we help structure someone's business? And really, how do we make someone's life easier? So those are some things that I do. I have a data company down here in St. Louis, which I do small repairs on servers and stuff like that for data centers and things of that nature. But one thing that has stuck with me over the last couple of years is, give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. Hey, what's up with you, bro? What's good with you, bro? I'm in the middle of making a YouTube video, bro. Let me give you a call in like 30 minutes. Yes, yes, sir. You know it. Peace. Perfect, 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 man. So that's actually and it was interesting. That's one of the artists that is going to be performing. That artist right there, that's a cool artist. Good vibes, good music. I believe a Jamaican artist. So they're doing like the Afro beat type deal. And man, we really have to connect the culture in St. Louis to technology, because right now what you see is it's just a lot of technologists, which is great, but technologists don't know how to distribute like people with culture for real, for real. The technologists have to come out and it's weird, man. Like the relationship between people in the industry and people that really are not in the industry is severed. And it takes a person like myself to be able to make that connection. I put in the work to understand the skill well enough to be able to talk the language to people in the industry. And then I've also put in the work locally as well to be able to be around the people that are music artists in this industry as well. So, man, it's a fine line that most people don't have the opportunity or the ability and the skills to even put together, man. So, like I said, man, it's been really cool working with this company. We've been able to run into some pretty notable artists, pretty notable DJs. I mean, that this stuff doesn't really like excite me. What excites me is the business, man. What excites me is the opportunity here. What excites me is the amount of distribution you have when you have 30 artists and the top DJs, the top artists from East St. Louis distributing your application because they need to use it. So what we applied for was the XRP Ledger Make Waves hackathon, and we were accepted into it. So I have been playing around with the XRP Ledger, making content about the XRP Ledger for about 6 years. I took a break because, I mean, YouTube, you have to actually make a business around YouTube for it to make you some paper. And if you stay consistent with it, if I stay consistent with YouTube, I wouldn't be working a job regardless. It's crazy because I seen the trajectory, but at the time of life, um, my business just picked up. Like my tech business picked up so much, and I couldn't turn down the money. Like it was a certain point where I was literally making like $700 to $1,200 every single day, and my entire monthly bills were $900. So it was like make a YouTube video or and make $3 off the YouTube video because we were monetized, or it was like let's go make this $700 to $1,200 and we're gonna just make this money. So obviously, I think I made the right choice, and we're still in the field. And really, honestly, me making that hardware choice of going down the hardware path just kept me into tech. It provided the opportunities I needed for me to get here. So I'll say this message, man. Sometimes we think we're not doing what we're supposed to be doing, but we are. And the thing that we are doing is leading us further and closer to what we want to do. We just have to have a great attitude about it. I had a wonderful attitude about it. I had a wonderful attitude about where I came from, the story, and just how I even overcame everything. So literally, when I seen this email, man, it was so real, and I'm getting emotional, like even talking about this shit right now, bro. Excuse my language, but because I know I'm supposed to be professional, or whatever. But I'm really tired. I'm really getting tired of all. I'm just gonna continue to be myself. The people who mess with me, and the people who don't, I'm not gonna try to convince you I'm somebody you think you want me to be. We in this. We're in the business. I don't have to prove myself to anyone. The people around me, we don't have to prove ourselves to anyone. We're just building, so to go back on this message, man, like the entire journey, the entire journey, and to get this acceptance letter for the hackathon, for me, I know a lot of people probably have been in this field, and this is something like small as a hackathon, but to me, getting accepted by XRPL Commons, I mean, there there's nothing. This is one of the most proudest moments ever for me as a developer, as an investor, as a builder, as somebody that has. When I say I was homeless making YouTube content. I was homeless making YouTube content for the XRP Ledger, for projects on the XRP Ledger. That led me over into creating one video where the CEO of the company saw that video and he donated me $5,000 to really help me get out of a situation. And then even I used that money to actually invest into my tech business. And when I invested into my tech business, the tech business turned up. And I gotta shout them out, man. Avalanche, on the Avalanche chain. I'm gonna actually cover that project again. So Dex, excuse me, Swapsicle Dex. It's a decentralized exchange on the Avalanche branch. And I made a video, man, talking about the situation, talking about the journey. And I said, me being homeless doesn't matter. It didn't matter. What mattered was me creating the content and learning and investing. Bro, there's times where I had seen my XRP investment actually rise to a point to where if I sold it, I would change my position. And that wasn't the path for me. And I know that sounds stupid to some people, but I was able to continue to invest while sacrificing over here, and it worked out so well. So once again, this is an honor for me. Uh, I don't know, man. I don't know. I gotta thank God for this, bro. I gotta thank God for this, bro. I gotta thank God for it. Cause it's not me. It's really not me. Um I really don't know what to say, bro. I kind of lost for words because I don't think people understand what some people have to do to make everything come together. You know, bruh, we've been people like myself, for me to even get this provides an opportunity for my entire team. The prize is about $65,000 in prizes that's going to be distributed, but this also leads into networking within this network. The XRP Ledger is worth $69 billion right now, the entire ledger. And I'm a part of a 200 team cohort that is going to be working on applications to help people. And I mean, man, this you can't. This is what I imagine. It's crazy. It's crazy, bro. It's crazy. This is what I never knew this, but it's bringing me back to my childhood. I remember going to Micro Center with my dad, and for some reason, I knew that I was going to have a bunch of different businesses, and for some reason, I knew I was going to create over 100 applications. I God literally put that on me. He said, "This is what you're going to do." And I was like 13 or 14, and I didn't know what any of that stuff was. I probably was younger than that, to be honest. Probably was about 12 or 11. And in high school, they didn't teach us about coding. I didn't know what coding was until I was about 21 or 23 years old. And when I started covering the XRP ledger, or when I really got into forex trading, when I bought some Bitcoin at 3,500 bucks, and I bought some XRP at around 10 cents. And man, the journey has just continued to be better and better. But this is something that God said to me, like, hey, this is going to be your life. And I never understood it until literally right now. That's why this shit, like, it's crazy. It's crazy. So we have two projects that we're going to submit. One of those is Accountabul. So it's a reason I named my company Accountabul. It's a reason. We deal in my community, we deal with so many people that want to scam, that want to harm, that want to take, that want to isolate, keep us out of this industry, keep us in an environment. We keep ourselves down, and we have this system, man. And blockchain is something that I see as the tool that could set people free. This is the one tool that would you say, would I rather have blockchain technology or AI? And you say, well, I get the AI to build a blockchain, but at the end of the day, if I had to pick either or, if blockchain technology was non-existent, I probably, man, I would pick blockchain over AI if we had a tech thing to pick. That's just me. I would pick the XRP ledger specifically over any blockchain. But Accountabul is something I created for tokenized real estate solutions because we have an accounting issue in the city of St. Louis. We have an accounting issue on the behalf of the owners of real estate. We have an accounting issue just in general with the fragmentation of the real estate industry. Accountabul is a platform built for people like myself, built for people with 500 credit score, with less than $1,000. It's built for people with a 700 credit score. It's built for people with businesses. It's built for anybody that wants to participate in an opportunity to purchase real estate. And what we do is we allow people to purchase real estate, fractional shares of real estate, for as little as $1. This allows people from jurisdictions across the world to have access into markets they would normally not have access into, and vice versa. For, say, for instance, if I was a user, which I am, of my platform, I can go into other markets and buy real estate that I wouldn't have been necessarily privy to without having this distribution layer, this technology that helps distribute the 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 rights or the contract or the asset. Without blockchain, this wouldn't be possible. So that's what Accountabul is, man. We're really, that project is a very expensive project. I'm already, I mean, and at 40, $50,000, that's not even a lot of money for software. And I've already put about 40 to $50,000 of my own money into software, working with bad teams, working with people that the work I didn't like. I end up going to school, learning how to code a little bit. I'm constantly getting better. Now I'm talking to better devs and stuff like that. I didn't bought real estate. I didn't took, credit, financial literacy classes, creative financing classes. I learned about the banking system. I did everything as a founder and a CEO that I was supposed to do. And I'm continuing to do that. I studied the entire business, the entire game, and now I am bridging over into the industry. And this is the welcome letter for me. That's why it means a lot, because when you do get a part of cohorts, I may not win anything, but the network, you never know who you may impress. You never know who your story may say. They may see or hear your story and say, bro, you here with us. I know if you get this over here, you're gonna take off and you're gonna win. And I want to see you win. And you'll be surprised, man. It's a lot more people like that out here than you think it is. So the other project that I want to go over is this ticketing system, which is crazy because this was a 16-hour project. The ticketing system, we got blocked from Eventbrite, and Eventbrite charges. There's a lot of onboarding and all this stuff, and oh my goodness, craziness to just freaking sell some tickets, man. They blocked us. They didn't tell us what we got blocked for, and I was like, you know what? I'm tired of these platforms controlling everything. They have control over stuff that really is a payment, something attached to a payment. That's really what a ticket is. It's just data attached to a payment, and you're sending out, some type of file or QR code or whatever to to signify that this is the ticket that the person paid for. So when we got with the artist from the Havers ENT, let me pull it up for you all because I built this site here. Really, really cool. You see it's powered by Accountabul up there, Havers ENT. We got the festival July 18th, 2026, 3 p.m. to 10 p.m., 3923 Washington. It's going to be really, really cool. What we're trying to do with this company here is turn this into the largest independent artist funded festival. Um, available in St. Louis. We do got some competition, but it's great. Collaboration. And when we get everybody on the same page, it's great. See, my thing is, I always knew what the XRP ledger lacks is community. And what they really especially lack is the black community on the XRP ledger. It's crazy, and I'm the person that is bringing this body of amazing people and really a huge network of people to the XRP ledger with a ticketing system. So currently, we are only doing um, regular PayPal and Stripe transactions and things of that nature. But now we built a ticketing system for this particular artist. So it's just a one-time thing. But then we started to talk to other artists and they wanted to sell the same ticket to the event. And I was like, okay, we need to figure out a way to create a shareable link to send to the other artists in an embeddable code so we can embed the ticket sales onto their website. And then we started having more conversations. I got around a couple of artists. I got around it's some pretty big artists in St. Louis right now, East St. Louis, that were able to be exposed, had some conversations. Um, you got Yomp CEO. He got a real big song out in East St. Louis, and I'm not name dropping the name drop. I mean, it is what it is. But I think that it's good to for people viewing to go research these people, go listen to the music, man, because this all helps what I'm doing here. You got Nando STL, you got Slow Spread Love, you got Cheese Dope, which is another artist that actually is hosting the events, which is the big. This is really big. You got a bunch of other great artists in here. BGB McFly, man, artists that have been traveling over the state lines, going to Atlanta, going to Detroit, going to Florida, going to Michigan. And give me one second, you all. I got to. But all these different artists, man, and it has been people call me. Uh, it has been just purely, purely a wonderful situation because I never would have imagined. I'm building like a sophisticated tokenized real estate application, and it got all this management and all this, components and compliance. And then I just built a freaking ticketing app, and everybody is like, "Oh my God, bro, this is the best thing in the world." And I'm like, this is a freaking ticketing app. Hold on, give me one second, y'all. What's the word with you, bro? What's the word, my boy? I have to wait till some of the kids got around jam bad. I guess they. Oh, it's all good. I'm in the middle of shooting a YouTube video. You gonna be on it since I got you on speakerphone. But but yeah, bro, I'm in the middle of shooting a YouTube video. Let's can you do 9:30? How that work for you? That's perfect. Yeah, I'm finna make a run after I finish this video, and then I'll be back at the spot. Okay. Hey, bro, you can we can still use that same Google link right there. Yeah, I got it. Perfect. I got you, bro. You know it. Peace. And as we talk about community, you can see, I mean, my phone going crazy. And these not even the text messages, but this is just when you start momentum and you have great energy, bro. You're gonna overextend yourself a whole lot trying to get people to work with you. And that's what most genuine people do. It's okay. But at the same time, when the cards align, it works. It works. So um back to the ticketing system, which this is gonna be a part of um oh my goodness, my phone was just going crazy. This is gonna be a part of um the XRP Ledger cohort in hackathon. We're going to submit this one as well. And I honestly feel like this is going to take off faster than the other thing, and than Accountable, crazily, because it's so simple, and I already see a demand for it. I got 10 clients that want this already, so I'm already having to rethink the architecture and create a standalone application for the ticketing system. So that is really, really cool. It got me interested into payments, and then we started, to mess last night with, blockchain transactions, creating, specific metadata to just see and learn. Let's go back and see if we can pull up some of these transactions. Go on my history, excuse me. Perfect. So this is one of the transactions that we were messing around with yesterday. I tokenized, or I guess this is what you call it, my what is this website link on the blockchain. So forever in history on the test net, we're gonna put it on the mainnet too. Forever in history, if the test net doesn't get deleted ever or something like that, JabrilMuhammad.com is going to be here for the rest of civilization's lifespan. So for me, this was so cool, bro. This was so freaking cool to me. And y'all don't know how long I've been waiting to actually learn and have the skills to do this simple stuff. This is so simple, just metadata, but it worked. And now I understand what's going on, the fees, the destination, the delivery map, the amount, all the memo data. I know that this is hex coded. That's why we can't see it. But when we go over here, or when we go back over here and look at the actual data, here is just telling us what those metadata, what's inside of that encoded metadata. Then you got the sequence, you got the signing key, transaction, the signature, all of this, the index as well. This is a payment. So when I was creating this, I'm like, okay, I see what's going into the Stripe payments. Let's look at the XRP Ledger payments a little bit more. And then I started building and more integrations because I've already tested a lot of XRP related stuff. I've tested batch transactions. I set up an entire thing for a batch. Really, it was really sophisticated vibe coding. I ain't gonna lie, that was some sophisticated vibe coding because the system, the code may not be all the way there, but thinking about the system was the most important thing. So, I end up building me a site where you can be on a subscription for my services, my time, and more. I'm actually changing this stuff because this was vibe coded in there. Uh, we got custom invoicing with Stripe. I'm gonna do it with the XRP Ledger as well, which was really cool because custom invoicing, if you are a payment integrator developer, you know how many different ways sending an invoice to a customer can go. So right here, we allow, let's see, we allow for anybody to be able to come to the site and do a custom uh what the heck? Oh, that's preview. Perfect. A custom invoice. And last but not least, before we get up out of here, uh, pay with crypto. You can sign into your crypto wallet, and it's actually paying me. So this is a transaction. Well, this is you signing in, and once you put whatever amount of RLUSD, you can't pay me over 10,000 because we don't have the licenses to accept that amount of money. Um, Anything over $10,000 just yet. Um, but we can also send XRP. And you see we have the conversion here for XRP. We're pulling the data from the XRP ledger itself. And man, y'all have a good one. Peace.